Welcome back to the HellfireComms Disneython. I'm here today with Mexi and Drazer, and we're going to be watching the special edition of Beauty and the Beast. So make sure you're using the right copy of the movie so you can sync up the commentary correctly. I actually chose this movie. Not only does it have fantastic animation, it was one of my favourite films from the Renaissance period, which ran from 1989, starting with The Little Mermaid, up to I believe 1999. It's just a fantastic watch, really. Great music, great animation, like I said. Mexi, how do you feel about Beauty and the Beast?
Well, before I start, I'm going to have to stop here, Tom, and say that Little Mermaid didn't start the Renaissance. Who Framed Roger Rabbit did. But aside from that, I love Beauty and the Beast. My childhood was pretty much cartoons, books, and Disney musicals. I watched all of them. I had both the original tapes, but I also had VHSs that had sing-along versions of just the songs with lyrics on the bottom. I had every Disney musical song memorized by heart. But Beauty and the Beast particularly, I guess I loved it more than some of the others just because this was a movie my mom also really liked. So we would watch this together quite a lot. I had to force her, of course.
Same question, but to you, Drazer?
My, what a guy, that Gaston.
I don't think you've actually seen this, have you?
No, I've never seen this movie. It was never on the Disney Channel when I was.
How? How have you not seen this movie?
I know the story, and I know the characters, and Gaston, if you could consider him, is one of my favourite Disney villains.
But your childhood must feel so empty and pointless without having Beauty and the Beast in it.
I kind of replaced it with Emperor's New Groove, so...
I keep forgetting how much younger you are
Wow.
compared to the rest of us.
Yeah, that just hit me like a brick to the face. Like most of the Disney Renaissance films, this is based off an old fairy tale. Now, the fairy tale of a pretty girl falling in love with an ugly thing, and the ugly thing being turned into a pretty thing, and then they live happily ever after, that's been around for a really long time, and it's been told a number of different ways by a lot of different people.
Like the Frog Prince?
Pretty much, yeah. You could kind of say Beauty and the Beast and Frog Prince are the same fairy tale. But this movie is specifically based on a particular version, one that was written by Jean-Marie Le Prince de Beaumont back in the 1700s. So yeah, there are darker versions, there's the grim version, but this is the more family-friendly, cutesy one.
I gotta say, watching the special edition now, the animation is so crisp.
Oh, this movie, they put so much work into the 90s films, even though they still were popping them out quite frequently, so you would expect there to be some sort of quality drop, nah, they stay top notch. It was probably because they were cycling through 5 different teams, and all of them were working at the same time.
So, I find it kind of weird that he was turned into a giant, strong, monstrous beast instead of something more ugly like a lizard or I don't know, some form of bug.
Some sort of online commentator.
Oh, that's sad. But when they were designing the beast, they went through a lot of different designs. They tried to make him more bug-like, more fish-like. They did try to actually go with more actually scary, gross things. He was almost a pig at one point, so Beast was almost Ganon.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That would have been cool.
They went with the more, lion-wolf design. Oh my god, this song, I've heard it a billion times. Belle, of course, is being played by Paige O'Hara. She did previously have some musical experience, and they actually think that was the reason she got the part. She read about the role. They released it in the newspapers that, hey, Disney is going to be releasing a new movie. We need an actress to play Belle. She applied, and she was competing against 500 other people to get this role.
Jesus.
But they went with her because she sounds kind of similar to Judy Garland, which, yeah, it works. And honestly, I could not hear Belle with any other voice.
I often get it mixed up with Jodie Benson, to be honest.
A lot of the Disney princesses start to sound the same. I think it's more because they want to try and give them similar personalities. while at the same time, they tried to give Belle her own special thing. She's not, oh, ditzy princess girl just in her castle. I mean, she's a bibliophile. She loves to read, but at the end of the day, staying in your castle combing your hair versus staying in your castle just reading books and having no human interaction, is it really all that different?
True. Fun fact, actually, in the beginning of, I think it's Hunchback of Notre Dame, when the camera is, like, panning through the streets, you can see Belle actually walking through reading a book.
Well, it makes sense. They both take place in France.
Of course. A lot of the films in this Disneython take place in France. I mean, you've got Hunchback. Tangled, I think, takes place in France.
I thought Tangled was Denmark.
Well, I guess there's going to be a mistake in that particular commentary, then.
We'll just say I'm wrong for the sake of your ego.
Belle, I don't think sheep can read unless I've been misinformed.
This is Disney, Tom. Sheep can do whatever the hell they want. They can join in the song for all we care. I like how she's singing a spoiler for the movie, but she doesn't catch on. It's almost like the characters' brains turn off during musical numbers, even though they're giving exposition and plot. It's like, oh, I'm going to the castle, song over. Where the fuck am I going again?
And don't forget that Snape kills Dumbledore.
I'm sorry, what were we doing in class today? Here you go, Drazer. I guess the only part of the movie you care about.
Yes! The best Disney villain in the world.
And he is a Disney villain. Don't kid yourself, guys. Like, I know that for most of the movie, he's really just a narcissist, but he's a down and dirty villain just like all the rest.
Yeah, he crosses the line at one point and becomes straight up villain material. Oh, but if this was any other story, he'd be the hero. No, fuck off, okay? A dick is a dick is a dick.
Yep, and his animator, Andrea Deja, she was given the role of making him pretty, but he also had to be a villain, which you'd think any animator would just jump on this opportunity. It's like, oh boy, I can't wait to make someone super gorgeous be evil, but apparently she had some difficulty with it.
He's voiced by Richard White. I'm not sure who does his singing voice. It may be the same person, I'm not sure. But he's really booming, really projects his voice, and I think that's because they were trying to make the soundtrack very Broadway-esque, and I could totally see that if so.
Well, yeah, Little Mermaid was a big hit. Like I said, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was the start of the Disney Renaissance, but not in the style. It was just that the success of Who Framed Roger Rabbit was sort of a motivator to Disney that, hey, we can do this, we can make good movies again. And then, yes, Little Mermaid was the start of the style for the Renaissance, which was this, Broadway musical, but animated and for kids. And they even brought back the songwriters for Little Mermaid, so yeah, you will see some sort of similarities in the song style, in what's actually being sung about, who's singing about what, it's all there.
Yeah, they're very thematically similar.
Yeah, and which is weird because this movie almost wasn't a musical.
You know what's criminal? Gaston is not in Kingdom Hearts at all.
I know. That's like, I was really sad about that.
He doesn't even really need to be a boss. I mean, they could use him like Clayton, just have him ride a Heartless, but even just being a dick. Scrooge is in Kingdom Hearts. He doesn't do anything, but he's in there. Do the same with Gaston.
I would have accepted if he rode in on the Infernal Engine in days. In fact, that would have been pretty cool.
Dude, that would have been awesome, as opposed to those three dummies. Which, yes, Gaston does have some groupies in this film. Guess what they're called? The Bimbettes.
Really?
That is their credited name, the Bimbettes. They're supposed to be the foil. See, Belle is sophisticated and well-schooled and reads books, and they want Gaston's...
They want his gun, fully loaded.
He's just walking past, they're just like, that musket. On point of the musket, he wears a quiver, but uses a gun.
Well, where else is he supposed to keep his bullets?
Man, Jane's father put on some weight.
Damn.
That was pretty good. Don't give you that one.
Drazer, you brought this up to me before we actually started recording. What is this machine meant to be? I mean, I know it chops wood, but it's like some kind of war machine at the same time.
I am, like, convinced he's trying to be the first Iron Man.
Now owned by Disney! It's canon! Wow, look at that dinglehopper.
Where did you get an idea that you were Oddbell? I don't know, the town was on a musical, and they were singing about how peculiar I was, now I didn't fit in. Nothing.
See, guys, all Disney princesses don't just jump on the first guy that approaches them. Belle is different. Totally different. Different, right?
Of course she is. She's refusing. The most attractive, well-built, awesome man in France.
Drazer, is there something you need to tell us?
Look, I really like Gaston. Maybe because he also has black hair, blue eyes, and a massive ego, but...
Among other massive things, of course.
You created a force against nature, father.
Who cares? It's France. You can do whatever the hell you want here. And of course, it would not be a Disney princess movie if she only had one parent. I don't know what Disney has against, a completed family, but it just seems like a really difficult thing to give a princess both a mother and a father and have them both be alive.
Yeah, it's mostly like the king and the princess.
Or, in this case, the princess and her not crazy, not psycho dad. Can we remember that he's not crazy?
I guess it could be more that, with only one parent in the limelight, it can be expressed more of a relationship between them, instead of splitting it between the two parents.
That, or it makes her home life less attractive, therefore, a prince will solve all my problems, even though most of them stem from a broken family.
Snow White didn't have any parents, so, double sympathy for her.
Yeah, you have the stepmother, which that goes back to a whole other archetype in literature.
Oh, Horsey, I knew we shouldn't have taken a detour through evil woods.
Is France just full of evil woods? Because that's what I'm getting a vibe of.
I shouldn't have taken that left turn at Les Albuquerque.
I love that line, especially since I was born in Albuquerque.
I didn't even know it was a real place.
It's a real place. I went to university there.
Oh, goody, Murder Canyon. No, seriously, Horsey, these are just names.
Oh, it was a shortcut. Straight down to hell.
Are you sure it's not a translation error? I mean, you could just be mistranslating the very simple French names into your very depressing English names.
No, it means the Bart. The.
And so the horse made off with the war machine. He had it planned from the fucking beginning.
Now the horse will become Iron Man. It's just like that cat that's a Red Lantern.
I am Iron Horse. Nay, nay, nay.
The lighting is so good. There's also a lot of occasional CGI in this film. Some of this fog you can tell is a bit CGI. It gets bigger when you get to some of the later castle scenes, but it's not really all that intrusive, and it really doesn't take away from the fact that this is an animated film. It's not like, oh, this is part CGI, part animated. It's like, no, it's an animated film that's just, complemented with some CGI.
I believe 3D started in Disney movies, and I'm pretty sure we bring this up in Little Mermaid, with the Little Mermaid itself.
They're going to use it again here, but they use it mostly to sort of simulate dolly shots. So it's not so much that, oh, we're using CGI because we can't animate this. It's more that we're using CGI to create a new illusion. Which is, hey, I'm totally cool with that, and it works so well. No one here but us side characters. And by side characters, I mean pretty much the most entertaining part of the movie and what was probably every boy character's favorite character. Every boy viewer's favorite characters, because we all know the girls went for Belle.
Well, I would imagine the girls going for Lumiere as well.
Lumiere's such a dick, though.
Suave talking candelabra.
I've tried to prove a point before, but I didn't set my friend's hand on fire. Come on.
I have. And I do it again. In most of the old versions of this story, there is no house full of animate objects. The reason they're here is because when they first drafted the plot, it had two characters, Beauty and the Beast. But that makes for a very bad movie. So what happened was they added Gaston, which Gaston was the character first created for a French adaptation of this film. French adaptation of a French story. They brought that, and then they brought in all the appliances to, one, give more characters to the plot, to exposit the plot, and also to make, in their words, to have a light tone to a gloomy story.
Speaking of light, I just love how the castle is lit. Like, it really complements the Gothic architecture. And again, go back to Kingdom Hearts, because I have to talk about adaptations and whatnot. They kind of don't really light it very well there. Like, in the foyer, at least, it's just this dull, purplish, grey tone.
Yeah, the only lighting is in the fireplace room. And you're only there for, what, one fight? Just use Trinity Limit and you're done.
I like how the clothes hanger had a Jiminy Cricket hat, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was just like Jiminy Cricket's. I thought I recognised it.
Well, leave it to Disney to have cameos. I mean, Mrs. Potts will later show up in Tarzan. Meow! Who's in my house? Seriously, he's a giant kitty!
You has my cheeseburger?
Oh god, what is this, 2008?
That I'm a total kiss-ass.
Please, master, please compose yourself.
Yeah, that's sort of Cogsworth's thing, which, it's okay. You need a character that you like, but also don't really like.
Man, he really doesn't like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh my god.
Just listen to him talk and then, give him a biscuit and send him on his way. You don't need to kill him.
I'm pretty sure a Jehovah's Witness would be like, would you like to hear the word of oh dear Lord, what are you, spawn of hell?
Would you like to hear the word of Jesus, who I'm now starting to doubt exists by the fact that you exist?
I'm going to force this girl to marry me. I am most certainly hero material.
Hey, this is, 1,600 francs? That's totally casual for how marriages work. All you gotta do is sell your daughter for, a cow or a farm, and there you go, married. Done.
Also, Gaston knows that he is the most attractive man in France. So, of course he thinks this is going to work.
And there's Belle just reading, not even cooking or making friends, not even on Twitter. She's just reading.
Is this Wayne Zelinsky's house? Look at all these inventions.
I wish I could have cool inventions in my house, but sadly, my only skill includes making semi-competent commentaries on the internet.
Yes, I'm fucking fabulous.
Well, come on. He is.
Hey, he's totally wearing that coat, I'll give him that.
And then boots.
Isn't that
tights?
The same style of coat the Prince and Cinderella wears, but not red?
I was going to bring up the fact that it's red and yellow, the colours of Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
Back to Cinderella. You know how most of the early Disney movies were these princess films, and then there was this huge gap between the 70s and 80s where they were making movies about mice and cats in New York, and then all of a sudden they went back to princesses for the Renaissance?
Mm-hmm.
Beauty and the Beast was originally going to be considered to be one of the first Disney animated films. It was going to be right after Snow White, but it didn't actually work. So they tried again in the 30s, and then they tried again in the 50s, but they just couldn't get it to work.
I'm going to be honest, I'm glad it came out when it did, because this animation is gorgeous.
Oh, and just the style, too. I mean, I don't think I would have liked Beauty and the Beast if it had been, in the 50s. Yeah, I like the Rescuers, but I don't think I'd want to see Beauty and the Beast in that same quality of animation, in Technicolor.
Yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for The Rescuers, but whenever I go back and watch it, and I haven't watched it in years, I'm just totally bored.
I watch it to cry. She said Madame, because it's France, guys. Want to make sure you remember this. God, Belle, you're like, what, 18? You need to hurry up and get married before all your ovaries dry up. Come on, this is 1600s France. Do you want to be a spinstress the rest of your life?
Didn't that Camelot film totally rip this off?
Didn't, like, half of the animated films not made by Disney just decided to rip this off?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, Disney hit it big. They were tired of getting their ass kicked by Don Bluth. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. We're coming in strong. And then they left Don Bluth with nothing but, okay, I guess I'll copy you. And then out came Anastasia.
Oh, here's a troll in Central Park. I made Secret Nim.
Oh, so sad.
See, the horse is making it look like he came to find Belle, but really, it was just inconvenient.
Are you just implying that this horse is Scar tier?
I thought the horse was like, Belle, please, I can't get the Iron Man machine off my back without your help. Just untie it and I can handle the rest.
Can I also ask, how does the horse know where the father went when the horse abandoned him?
Disney magic. Animals are mystical, magical, beautiful things in the Disney universe. You should learn to respect them.
Is Disney magic the way you're going to explain any inconsistency, just like I used Macaroni in James and the Giant Peach?
No, because I have another explanation. Disney musicals!
Damn it.
Seriously, man, if you go to any Broadway musical, you'll just be fucking captivated. That kind of magic you can't recreate, easily anyway.
Oh man, I watched The Lion King on Broadway. Yes, I have seen Broadway musicals. Oh well.
The wonderful Angela Lansbury as Mrs. Potts. You'll remember her, if you're boring like me, as the main character from Murder, She Wrote, whose name escapes me right now. I'm so sorry. And she was also the main character in Bedknobs and Broomsticks, a live-action film which I greatly adore.
In this movie that almost was in this marathon, but not.
Isn't there, like, a sad story behind Chip?
How about the fact that he's not quite 10, yet the curse took place 10 years ago? So has he spent majority of his life, if not all of his life, as a teacup?
That's even worse.
Or like how that chip? Like, yeah, to a teacup that's nothing, but what do you think the human equivalent of that chip is gonna be?
Oh god. Oh god. That's horrible.
And don't go there.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, super dark.
It's like in Gargoyles, slight spoilers for this over a decade old cartoon. There's a point where New York gets turned to stone, like the gargoyles do during the day, and Demona, this evil gargoyle, goes around like smashing statues, who are basically humans, and she smashes the arms, just the arms off this one statue, and then later all the humans turn back to normal.
Holy shit!
That reminds me of the scene in Return to Oz where all the women that were turned to stone were beheaded and their heads were used by the evil Queen Mombi. They all get turned back afterwards, so what happened to all the headless women?
Oh, the blood, the gore. Don't look, children.
Don't bring up the inconsistencies or you'll find yourself in the Beast dungeon.
How dare you be independent?
Okay, so, hey Beast, you could technically take both of them. You have more than one dungeon.
He has no use for Maurice.
He's old, and a guy.
Are you joking? Maurice invented the first Iron Man suit. Why would he not want Maurice? He could be the Iron Beast.
That'd be awesome, actually. I'm kind of geeking out now.
Why has that not been one of the fan arts with all the whole Disney Marvel thing? I want Beast in Iron Man suit now. Oh, yes.
I also find this odd how she was perfectly fine until she found out he's a beast.
Yeah, you would think that the dungeon would be scarier than who's actually on the other side of the door.
Don't know whether it's just me, but every time you see the inside of the castle, I just think of Encarta.
I just think of the level in Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry, I'm so uncultured.
A bit before your time, I think.
Yeah, just
Well,
a
if it's
bit.
before Mexi's time.
Then you're not even gonna. It's ancient history to you. We might as well be talking about cave drawings.
Yeah, I know. It was like when you mentioned it, I was like in my head, what the hell is he on about?
I'm not sure who voices Lumiere here. Let me just get up old IMDb.
Jerry Orbach.
Sadly no longer with us, I believe. I think Jeff Bennett voices him nowadays. Oh, I feel slightly sad, but I'm still not going to let you go.
Oh, when the old man was begging desperately for his life, I felt nothing, but now it's a girl.
Well, to be fair, like I said, 10 years ago, the curse ends when he turns 21. He was turned into a beast when he was like 10. So he doesn't really know the ways of wooing a lady. Even with furry paws.
And doesn't he, like, need the spell of love or something to break it, so he kind of has use for her?
Drazer, I want you to just summarize every Disney film from now on. Oh, there's these toys and they're alive and they go around doing crazy shit. This guy needs the power of love, needs to woo this girl. I don't fucking know. Give him my paycheck already so I can go home.
Well, it says someone to love him. Money can love people. I love money plenty. Just, like, write the beast a check.
Don't listen to people when they say mo money, mo problems. Mo money, less problems.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if it's accepted in society, but he could technically love Maurice. Would you not love a man who built you an Iron Man outfit? Come on.
I don't want to live in a world where a beast can't love an old, crazy inventor. It's snowing. This puts me in mind of Belle's Magical Christmas.
But it had the organ, the best character ever, question mark?
Yeah, in one of the direct-to-DVD sequels, there was a crazy organ that lived in the castle, which is never brought up in this movie for some reason. I guess they hid him in a broom closet somewhere, who is voiced by Tim Curry.
So there's something good about that movie.
For everyone watching this right now and listening to this song, if you're quite bored of it, remember this. Gaston and Ed Tom rhyme.
You could have hours of fun with that.
So Drazer is the little midget guy in this situation?
No, Mexi, that would be you.
No, I'm clearly the bearskin rug on the floor.
No, you're in more commentaries than I am, so you're better off as Tom's right-hand man.
Why are the bimbets allowed in the bar?
They add colour, of course.
Gaston allowed it.
So many lines have been made off of this song. It's awesome.
I know.
Well, actually, before we started recording this, we started, redubbing old songs.
Yep.
Just adding in the word "com" every so often.
No one answers Toms like Gaston. Records comms like Gaston. And no one takes million retakes just quite like Gaston. Oh god, that baritone.
He's got such a good singing voice, whoever voice acts Gaston.
That was the whole point of casting. I mean, now it's okay to cast, a singing and a talking voice, but because they were going for the whole Broadway feel, they wanted people that could do both spoken and sing.
Just like Entangled. I love that little womp back there. He said every last inch but just opens his shirt.
Oh my, we can't show those other inches, Tom. Please, this is a classy commentary.
Like the cheek of that one guy who held up the 9.8. What the fuck do you think you're doing here?
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this line, after the movie, I asked my mom, can you eat raw eggs? And she said, not you. It's like, but Gaston could. I was, of course, 6, so...
I love this. I just absolutely love this.
God, please, Drazer, keep it in your pants. The song is almost over.
Shut up. I will enjoy this.
Oh my god, they're gonna kill him! And he's dead.
Yay! Disney!
That's what happens when Mexi's commentary is not up to scratch.
Crazy old Maurice was in here last night, raving. I've seen one too many YouTube poops of this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's this one where Gaston and I think Frollo from Hunchback go out for a crazy interdimensional pie.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, YouTube poop. You can be so good at times. Although it usually involves King of the Hill to be that good.
Gaston's even really clever.
I know, he's got all these puns.
Why would Belle not want Gaston?
Because Gaston is not made out of paper and has very bad plot pacing.
Read me like one of your French books.
I'm sorry, this is just...
I don't want to interrupt Gaston, so shut up. Also, everyone's wearing tights. Even Gaston. Gaston can pull off tights so well.
Yeah, he does better than Link. Hey, where does Quiver go? Is that like just for outside wear?
I know he's a hunter, okay, but you don't need to typecast him.
Please, you don't wear your quiver at all times. It's called Casual Friday at the pub.
Exactly. 9 to 5, I'm Gaston to Hunter, but from 6 onwards, I'm Gaston the fucking bear sugar.
This movie is so impressive, especially since they only had about 2 years to make it. They were originally given 4 years, but like I said, they originally wanted this movie to not be a musical. The original director they had Richard Purdom. He was like, no musical. But Disney was like, come on, Little Mermaid was the biggest thing we've ever done. We have to do it again. So when they eventually decided, hey, we're going to do a musical, he quit. He just up and left and wasn't going to do it anymore. So they had to get a whole new director, they had to get a whole new script, they started over from scratch, and they still managed to put out a fully complete movie.
Belle, abandon your dreams. You are living in the luxury suite of a castle that you can go anywhere in.
Except for the West Wing.
Except for the West Wing. And to protect you, you have a giant monstrous beast who could probably rip anyone in France apart.
Hell, that wardrobe could probably shank a man or two.
The green and pink dress, those kind of look like the dresses that Aurora from Sleeping Beauty wears.
Ah, yes, one of the blandest Disney princesses.
Why didn't we commentate on that movie, Tom? We would have had so many laughs and quippy jokes.
Oh my god, he is kind of like a cat.
I told you, he's pacing around, he's wondering where his bowl of milk is.
Just seeing him on all fours like this, I just imagine the Ganon fight from Twilight Princess.
Ah, yep. The Beast versus Beast.
Yeah, the one where he comes out of pools and you have to grab him using Binder's hand.
Yep. That is a very good fight. I love it.
It's a pretty good finale.
What would you guys think of Julie Andrews being the voice of Mrs. Potts?
Great actress, but I just love Angela Lansbury as Mrs. Potts. She just did such a great job in the role.
I like it too. I was just only asking because she was considered for the role. I mean, it could have worked. A lot of voice actors here aren't actually the first picks. Patrick Stewart was actually picked to be Cogsworth, but he had some conflict issues with filming Star Trek.
Oh my god, that's like the third time I think Patrick Stewart has come up in the Disneython as like being a second choice or something for a voice role. That's David Arkin Steers as Cogsworth, by the way. You may know him better as 1 Ratcliffe from Pocahontas, and 2 Jumba from Lilo and Stitch.
I love Jumba. That would have been my choice. If we didn't go with this one, I would have put Lilo and Stitch back in.
God damn, he's got a temper.
Well, remember, he's essentially a man-child, turned into a beast at 10 years old, and is forced to live by himself. Although, that also begs questions about the witch. She turned him into a beast because he was an arrogant prick, but he was also 10. So she essentially cursed a 10-year-old for being a 10-year-old.
Even the beast took a second to think about that shit.
Yeah!
Wait a minute, that's not fair.
Exactly! Because, I mean, everything's gotta age, I guess. I mean, I can understand the appliances not aging, but him, he's still organic. He has to age. So either he was 21 when he got cursed, and now, at this point, he's like 42? It still keeps getting ickier with each new theory.
Yeah, where are his parents, by the way? Do they just rule the castle on his lonesome?
Dead. It's France. Probably had the Black Plague or something.
Oh, they didn't tell that part of what the witch did. See, she actually just had lightning bolts just come kill them. It's like, you're not punished enough.
Also known as convenience bolts. That's Robbie Benson as the Beast, by the way.
Yep, could have been Tim Curry, but wasn't. Could have also been Lawrence Fishburne, Val Kilmer, or Mandy Patinkin.
Lawrence Fishburne, really?
Yes. You know you would have liked it.
You could wear the blue dress or the red dress.
That is one awesome mirror. Do you think it could work on anybody?
Why, what have you got in mind, Razor?
Well, it's like, I could be like, wonder what Tom's doing right now. Show me Tom!
He's just sitting at his computer.
They are making the sweet whoopee, n'est-ce pas?
Oh my.
Wouldn't like...
Yes, he would burn her. Damn, Mrs. Potts, how many kids you got there? Damn!
Which is funny, because at the end of the movie, you don't really see any of the kids besides Chip.
Nope! Not even in the sequel.
Who's a dad?
I don't know.
Cogsworth.
Oh dear.
Cogsworth, or in the French release of this movie, Big Ben.
Really?
Yes, he is called Big Ben in the French release of this film.
It's not very big.
No, not really. And Ben's kind of a lame name.
It's just a nickname for his penis, really.
Oh.
Oh, well, that was just blunt.
Why this?
Lumiere, seriously, you are a giant twat.
He clearly stated he wants no musicals. In fact, I have a song just to that effect.
I wrote this 10 years ago.
What's a Disney movie without a little music?
Bland and kind of forgettable, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Looking directly at you, Black Cauldron.
Normally, when a movie gets nominated for, like, Best Original Song, it's usually, like, just one song out of the film. Beauty and the Beast had 3 separate songs nominated for Best Original Song.
And those were?
I believe they were this one, the title song, so Beauty and the Beast, and the first one, Bonjour. But the title song, of course, Beauty and the Beast being the centerpiece, it won the Academy Award. The film as a whole was also nominated for Best Picture, which, that's huge. An animated film being nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. It didn't win, of course. Silence of the Lamb took it.
How do we feel about Be Our Guest in terms of like Disney songs? Drazer, I'll go with you first.
I actually really like this song, but mainly because that Morrison's advert keeps playing on TV.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like the visuals too. The song's catchy. It's not really like one of the best, but the fact that it's catchy is good enough for me.
I would say its direct competitor in terms of like style and bounciness is You Never Had a Friend Like Me.
It is. It's pretty much the same purpose song.
Yeah, I would say my favourite piece of the movie is Tale as Old as Time.
Cogsworth, please stop being a buzzkill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just blowing out the dangerous fire. That would probably have killed me. I'm very sorry, Bexy.
He's made of metal and plastic. He doesn't care about fire.
I hope Lumiere's not like a Charmander, because that salt's eventually going to put out that fire.
No, he's not. All his fire got put out at the start of the movie, and then magically came back.
What do you mean magically? It's a fucking candelabra, he just lit himself again.
I'm sorry, Tom. I don't remember my candles doing that.
I see what you mean about these panning scenes, Mexu.
Yeah, you can't really have an actual camera dolly in an animated film, so that's when they brought in the CGI. What is it, Tom? One lump or two?
Well, I don't actually have sugar in my tea anymore, I have sweeter tablets.
Nice. Oh man, are all those feather dusters hanging out with Lumiere?
He's a busy, busy candelabra.
This part kind of reminds me of old Disney, where they just had an animated thing, just repeated it over and over, sort of like what they did in Dumbo. So, yeah, even though this movie is like all about the new, it's like, hey, we're in our renaissance, they still brought back a lot of their old stuff. Old habits die hard.
Wonderful use of colour in this musical number.
Well, they're just using your basic primary, some red, blues, greens, but it works so well.
You see the candlesticks, like the long ones? Could Lumiere technically take off his little ones and put the big ones in place?
This is to go even further beyond.
Body augmentation. Beauty and the Beast is the prequel to Deus Ex.
And that awkward moment when the musical number ends and they all just have to like put themselves away, waiting for the next occasion when they're needed.
Which is less awkward when putting yourself away literally means, I'm going into the cupboard, you guys, see you next number.
Yep.
No, how dare you be curious! Go back to your room!
She might find secrets. You're a handsome little cluck, aren't you? Why don't you escort me?
Oh my. See, Tom? It's not gothic, it's baroque.
Well, looks like I just got Told 64.
What's up here? No, you can't go over there, there's a cutscene!
Seriously, don't go up there, you can't skip it.
But if she doesn't go up there, she might miss Rumbling Rose.
One of the best Keyblades fucking combo ender boost. Best shit ever.
Imagine if I remade this movie. It's like, while this is going on, you just see Sora just run right past her.
How many times have people on the internet just said that? It's like, this movie would be better if Sora just randomly popped in. No, it would not. Please, keep your anime video games out of my Disney musicals.
You know, after Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out and they need like a buffer while they're creating the next saga, I would honestly go for a CGI movie, or maybe one that blends the proper art style so they can get all the old animation teams back in.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, Belle, you clever, clever girl. You've tricked.
Yeah, narcissistic candelabra.
This is why women should not be reading books. They get ideas. Gaston was right. We should have listened to him from the start.
Disclaimer, the rest of HellfireComms does not follow the views of one darkened razor.
If you are a female and want to have gorgeous, brilliant ideas, that is totally on you, girl.
Belle, take it from me. You do not stick your hand in the dog's bed.
Well, what if the beast just has a giant litter box in the corner? She catches him on the box.
Excuse me, I have to go make.
Yeah, no, I was like, that painting looks fucking scary. It's like it's gonna talk, like everything else.
Yeah, why isn't that painting alive?
Because this ain't fucking Harry Potter, alright?
Oh, well, it could be.
Belle, take the fucking mirror. That thing is awesome.
Why isn't the rose alive?
I thought I told you to come down to dinner.
Looks like dinner came to me.
I was curious, I had ideas. Alright, I'm going, Jesus.
He really is a 10-year-old. He's just angry.
To be fair, when I was 10, I was kind of like that to my mom.
And also, to be fair, Monoxy's absent silhouette is a really hard fight. Ah, shit. Well, maybe another beautiful maiden who can love our master will come along soon.
Just get one of the bimbettes.
Did the horse stay there the whole time, or is that a different one?
Yeah, he was being taken care of. See, the horse trough is also alive. It just fills itself up and just walks over to the horse.
This is why you don't leave your beast boyfriend.
Also, this is winter, so isn't this technically where the Belle's Magical Christmas part should be taking place?
Either now or just slightly after, yeah.
Because I know there's a scene in that movie too where Belle's like, I'm out of here, but then she's not really out of there because she can't make it past the front door.
Do you know what would help her in this situation? Gaston.
It's not happening, Drazel, let it go.
He will. He's about to show up and shoot them all.
He's the bad guy, Drazer. I hate to break it to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could bad guys not kill wolves?
Well, they could, but the wolves they usually kill are like the nice, friendly wolves that are friends with Bambi.
Oh yeah, the ones from Balto.
There you go.
That's how you fucking roar, you piece of shit.
See, in animal tongue, that was right, you cunt. Or go like.
I'll fucking rip your tail off and bash you across the wolfy jaw with it.
Damn. Beast be angry.
I don't think he's angry. If he is like a cat, cats just make noises when they fight.
Dogs also do that too. And down he goes, double KO.
Quick, Belle, leave him. Gaston is back at the village.
She's thinking about his pecs for that moment. Like, pecs or fur? Pecs or fur?
To be fair, if like Beast was like had no fur, he'd obviously look a lot stronger than Gaston, even though he already does.
But yeah, he's like 3 times the size of a person.
Wait, how did they get back across the frozen lake?
Don't ask questions.
They went around it.
Yep, definitely a cat.
Oh, snap!
I'm so glad it was actually the West Wing, because I was terrified up until this point that I'd said the wrong wing.
All you gotta do is think about that one, like, Washington, D.C. show. I watched, like, one episode of that show, and it was where they were talking about how our maps are all wrong.
Also, Beast, in the argument you were having with Belle before, just because she said you need to learn to control your temper doesn't mean you weren't right. Don't back down, man.
Oh, Tony J, yes!
Keep it in your pants, Tom.
Sorry, fangasm a little there. Actual commentary. This is the wonderful Tony J, also sadly no longer with us. He was also the voice for, among other roles, Anubis in Gargoyles, and obviously the wonderful Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, who you'll be seeing towards the end of the Disneython.
It's pretty much Frollo. It's not even a different character. This guy's just green.
It's Green Frollo. It's the incredible Frollo.
It's now my headcanon that at the end of Hunchback of Notre Dame, when he died, he, reanimated a few days later, and that's why it looks like he's decaying here.
Ooh. Once again, both take place in France. Headcanon confirmed. I'll show them I'm not crazy. I'm gonna do crazy shit.
Hey. War Machine versus Beast. He's got this.
Crazy Person Patrol, we've come for you.
We're the men in the white coats come to take you to the Happy Hotel.
Gaston, can I at least have a fur coat if you're gonna leave me here? No. Food? No. Drink maybe?
A ride? No.
Gaston needs all of that for himself.
Okay, this is probably where Belle's Magical Christmas took place.
Yeah, I mean, they even use that dress for half the scenes.
My god, the animation in that thing is so bad.
It's not even a film, it's just a thing.
Yeah. Belle looks cross-eyed most of the time.
I'd be cross-eyed too. It's like, oh god, the Beast is looking at me. No, you don't. You want to be angry some more. Let the rage consume you.
You're not Zaldin, Mexi. Stop trying to be.
Damn it. But I want a giant lance dragon thing that can be killed in 12 jump commands.
Beware the winds of despair. I actually really like this scene. I was properly into books back then. I don't read as much nowadays because obviously I'm dumb and I record commentaries of video games for a living. But just the whole scene. I tell you what, I'll quantify this better by saying I've always liked libraries, and this scene was visually appealing to me as a child.
Like I said, now we're gonna start getting into scenes of the film where you get bigger rooms. I mean, before it was oh, this is a dungeon, this is room, this is his room. But now we're getting actually big castle proportioned rooms, and so now we're gonna start to see more of the CGI.
And then she asks him, "Do you have Harry Potter?" No. Oh, I wanted to read Harry Potter. I don't.
What about the Kama Sutra? No.
Well, technically, I'm just leasing it to you. I'm still the landlord.
Also, notice how now that Beast is starting to be nicer, his paws are starting to look more hand-like. For all the first few scenes, you could hardly even tell he had a thumb, and now it's 4 fingers thumb. In very scary ways.
He's wearing a lot more lighter colours, like green and so on, though.
Yep. Well, he probably would have been wearing those clothes, period, but for the first half, he was just putting on a cape. It's yep, that's good.
Belle, he is a beast. Come on.
I don't know. Stop being such a girl. Just let him have his fun. Once again, he's a 10-year-old in the body of a giant furry monster.
Just because you're a horrific man beast doesn't mean you have to use the wrong spoon at dinner. Compromise. That's how relationships work.
Yeah. Well, here comes my favorite song of the movie. Yeah, this song is just so good. Why are there even birds here at winter? Shouldn't they be, like, flying somewhere else?
I'm sorry, I can't help but hear the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version.
What the hell?
Mate, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Like, in between episodes, which came out very infrequently, they just covered song after song after song.
Wow, Robbie Benson, it's a pretty good singing voice you got there.
That is him, right?
Yeah. Which is so weird because, like, this is a very melodic baritone voice, yet, you know, all of his talking lines, "Is and I'm so furry and grumper."
I think in terms of princesses, quote unquote, I think Belle and Ariel are probably my favourites, mostly due to their singing style.
Yeah, I don't like Belle just because she's not, like, I know it seems this is usually a negative, but I like her because she's bland. Like, she's not going out of her way to do something huge and big. She's just like, hey, you know what? I'm just here to make this guy less of a jerk, and she accomplished it. Like, that was it.
I'm more lenient to Ariel, just because...
You're only into her because you like your women with just seashell bras. Let's not even skirt around.
No, but it's more because she goes out of her way and goes to all odds just to accomplish what she truly wants.
Then you have princesses that aren't really princesses. Mulan.
Oi!
Alice.
You leave Mulan alone!
Please. Kita, we all know is best Disney princess.
Not the best motivational speaker, but then again, he is very small.
Clockworks, can you, like, just get bigger? You know, we could add on to you. Lumiere did it by putting on bigger candlesticks on his hands.
Gonna merge with the actual Big Ben and take over France.
Oh, shit. No, Big Ben is secretly a giant transformer.
I've got it. It's called the Warriors. It's genius.
It's not.
Shut up.
That sounds like an idea that Gaston would come up with and would be dumb.
He'd still be charming and people would still like it.
Just gonna keep riding that Gaston dick, aren't ya?
Okay, now this wasn't in the original. This is a song added, I think, just for the special edition, much like the Morning Report in The Lion King. And the Morning Report, I'm not going to even skirt around the issue here, it fucking sucks.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it sticks out like a sore thumb, mostly because there's a new singing voice for Simba.
This is kind of dumb, and Fifi's just back there because, you know, she doesn't have any lines in the actual film.
And you'll notice that the animation looks really different as well.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know this was in the movie. I know Human Again is added into the Broadway musical, but come on, The Lion King Broadway has extra songs in it, but I didn't know they had an animated version of Human Again.
And since we're not going to be covering Lion King in the Disneython, I think one of the songs in there actually made it into Lion King 2. I think it's He Lives in You, actually.
I think that's in it? I don't remember. It's been forever since I've actually watched it. Oh, haha, American Gothic. Even though the castle's broke.
Just because the wardrobe was on screen like before, the things inside the wardrobe, are they her, like, organs?
Well, no, because she put them on Belle. But then, if it is...
Try my liver on.
Yeah, the spleen looks marvellous on you.
Yeah, I guess the whole point of this song is just show more household appliance, but they really didn't need to go this far. I mean, the ones that they had in the film were good enough, especially since they were just going to have a music box, and that was going to be it.
I think they were just kind of overcompensate, you know, special edition and all, just make it, like, truly unique as opposed to just the film itself. But honestly, all I need is the film in decent quality, give me a few extras, maybe a commentary track, especially a commentary track if you're listening, and I'll be as sound as a pan.
There's no need to add more. You add more to Beauty and the Beast plot, you get the magical Christmas, which I'm pretty sure we've said this over. We don't want it.
Once again, the Morning Report fucking sucks.
Other than those two, are there any other?
Nothing's coming to mind, no.
Yeah, only just those two, which, thank goodness. Like, I don't know what I'd do if Disney decided to make that like a regular thing.
My god, this song's still going.
The knights took off their heads to polish them, and then BAM! The spell's broken. Oh crap.
This also really throws off the pacing. I liked it where something there that wasn't there before just segues into Beauty and the Beast. Like, that just works so well, because even though they're separate songs, it was like just a huge musical moment. To throw that in, it's like, ugh, why? I mean, the whole point of this section of the film is Beast and Belle's relationship, and then it's like, oh no, wait, they're the main characters, but fuck them for like 5 minutes. We gotta show the appliances. It's like, no, I don't care. They've done their deal. They're gonna have a really cool moment at the end of the film. Let's look at the relationship that the whole movie is built around.
That was obviously Romeo and Juliet they started reading.
Although why they wouldn't just be reading, French books is beyond me. Also, why is it that any movie that tries to be romantic loves to throw in Romeo and Juliet? Like, it's like, oh, we're just as romantic as this book where the two main characters die at the end.
It's
yeah.
still romantic.
Sure.
They can't live without each other, so they both show that they would willing to follow each other in death if they cannot in life.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
This reeks of direct-to-DVD sequel, just in terms of tone and whatnot. I mean, granted, that was a nice transition between the splashing of the fountain and him in the bath, but still.
But, you kind of need to come up with a really good transition to validate throwing that in the middle of the movie.
You notice the animation style's just completely changed again.
Yep, it's darker, actually. Like, that was one thing, is that whole extra scene was brighter. Which I know most people are like, brighter, better. No. With this film, it's inside a castle. Darker actually works very, very well. Well, she gives me kibble every morning. That's something.
Getting his fur did.
Aw, snap! I want to do that to my doggy. Just put a billion ribbons in his hair. If he could just cut the hair, why can't he just shave him? Maybe he looks semi-human under all that fur.
Either that or he looks twice as terrifying.
Oh, I remember this scene. This is the scene where Zaldin shows up.
Shut the fuck up! No! This is a magical scene with an amazing song and great cinematography. You get your anime bullshit out of here.
Did you just see Zaldin with like a lawn chair in the background?
Don't mind me, you go on with your musical piece.
I'll threaten to kill you all later.
I think I remember in elementary school learning to play the song on piano. Yeah, that was another thing too, is that not only did I have the VHSs for Disney music, I had music books of the piano sheet music for all the Disney songs. So learning Beauty and the Beast was a top priority for me.
Oh, this is just classic Disney right here. And I'll give Kingdom Hearts 2 some credit. While it did butcher the tone and feel of the worlds they adapted, just through their lack of music and such, the actual, panning shot was, note for note redone here.
And like I said, the whole background is CGI, just so that they can animate the dancing, and then they use the CGI to move the background around as if the camera's on a dolly, like right here.
One of the most memorable scenes from any of the Disney films I've ever watched, really.
Yeah, anytime Disney likes to do a montage of their greatest moments, this is always either the centerpiece, the ending piece, or it's always in the montage, and rightfully so. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I know I'm getting super sappy, but come on. I gotta have some emotions for this. It's so good.
Fuck it, man. It's the Disneython. It's times like this where you should be able to just belt out your inner self.
This is the part where I just have unmuted my mic, and when you get this recording, all you hear was straight crying.
Shut up, Tracer. I don't believe that for a second.
Nope, not at all.
Now I have to go edit this, damn it.
Mama, am I brain damaged? No, Chip. It's just a superficial cut.
I like that scene where, like, Belle, like, snuggled into his chest. He looks over at Lumiere and Cogsworth, like, dude, she digs the pecs.
Well, yeah. Fucking huge, brah.
Can't wait till he, like, changes back and there's no muscle at all, and she's like, oh,
Well, it's okay. He has those super glary eyes that he had in the painting.
Fun fact, in Gargoyles again, and I can't believe I'm bringing this up so much, there was a scene, I think it was in the Halloween episode, where everyone obviously goes trick-or-treating, that the main female character, what is her name? Eliza, I think? I'll edit this in post. She wore Belle's dress, actually, which was pretty cool, because then you get Beauty and the Beast.
That is cool. Well, yeah, because Goliath does kind of look like the Beast. The same horn structure, the fangs and everything.
Elisa, that was it. Elisa Marza. Now I don't have to replace that line when I'm editing.
Help me! I'm trapped in the crazy woods, but I'm not crazy.
Oh, imagine if they kept dancing for like another 10 minutes.
I never really got why like this was an issue for the Beast. It's like, okay, you're gonna let her out. It doesn't mean she's not gonna come back.
No, but that's what he thinks.
He's 10.
Yeah, there you go, using my own logic against me. Fuck.
It's Mexie's greatest weakness, remember that, kids.
No, he was 10 when he was turned, apparently, according to Mr. Mexican Bass Monkey, if that is your real name, but time has passed since then.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's matured.
In the slightest.
Oh, whenever you say he's 10, you mean mentally, then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, this movie would be really weird.
I mean, like, when he transforms, he has the progressed body. Cogsworth, quit pretending like you understand what the hell romance is. All you know is what time is.
Cogsworth, you selfish git.
Now everyone's a selfish git.
Yeah, but Cogsworth was first.
So that makes him the primo git.
Ain't it beautiful?
Oh, Mrs. Potts, you're so observant. You're like the only appliance in this whole castle that has even a resemblance of her brain left. Must be all the tea she puts inside her.
Translation, fuck!
I thought it was goodbye, have a nice trip, bye-bye now.
What I don't get is, why didn't the Beast go out looking for him?
Don't know, like, he's totally cool about going in the woods. Maybe he was like, he was scared that that Felipe and the old man and they would just all be so much closer to the village that he'd get caught.
There was LeFou, dedicated to the cause.
I don't know why I went out without my armor, it just felt right.
I had this craziest dream. I was crazy, and you were crazy, but you were trapped with a guy, and Gaston was so pretty. I'm so glad the dream's over.
No, he didn't have the armor because the horse, off screen, just made off with it again.
That fucking horse. Send it to the glue factory already.
He kind of like I get the vibes that he's the husband of the witch from Snow White. Maybe it was just the back shot because you saw like how long his fingers are.
Well, the witch in Snow White. Sorry, it took me a moment there for my brain to fire. The witch in Snow White. She was pretty to begin with. Don't you just hate it when people embellish their stories?
How dare you think that something could be bigger than Gaston?
It's gonna cost you 10 kids, no more, no less.
No, normally Gaston they say I do. That's 2 words.
And then you just hear the Skype ringing tone.
The mirror is actually Skype.
Beast is busy at the moment. He's had another call.
Sorry, but the Beast is busy recording commentary. Please call back later.
And that's the real moral of the story. I want another musical number. I haven't had enough yet.
He really hasn't.
That's right, my fellow men. Start singing. Women, you can join in as well, but don't get any ideas.
Yeah, I'm so glad they went with who they went with, because Donny Osmond also auditioned for Gaston, but he didn't get the movie role, but he would later go on to be Gaston in the play version, so hey, still get the role, just in a completely different media.
And also, he is the singing voice of Shang in Mulan, and sang I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Oh, that is cool. Could you imagine Gaston singing I'll Make a Man Out of You?
Oh god, it's so manly! It's too manly!
Like you were talking about those musical VHS things with, you know, just the music video and the subtitles. I'm surprised they haven't done a Gaston cover of I'll Make a Man Out of You.
That would have been cool.
Oh man, they'd have to get him back. They'd have to get Richard White and be like, hey, is it totally cool if you sing this other song?
There's another Shakespeare thing back there. Screw your courage to the sticking place. I forget which play it came from.
Also, that horse, very evil. This is why Gaston's a villain.
It's not because of his personality, his narcissism, his arrogance. No, it's his horse. Or the fact that he wants a beast's head.
What do we think of Gaston's mob song? I think that's what it's called, the mob song.
If not, that's what it's called now. It's honestly a better version of the one from Pocahontas, where they're like, they're different to us, therefore they must be evil.
Oh, I know that one. Sandwiches, sandwiches, barely even human.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same song, but better. Then again, a lot of what Pocahontas was that, oh man, Beauty and the Beast, best shit we've ever done. How about we do it again?
And David Arkenstairs was in that one as well.
In France? Who could have thought?
Everyone ran away because they all saw Gaston. Cogsworth's just fucking blind. Also, where's Gaston's gun?
He's a sporty man. He wants to use his bow and arrow. That or he left it at the bar when he got drunk. Because no one leaves his gun at the bar like Gaston.
Yeah, and just went with it because he was so embarrassed and didn't want to walk back to get it.
Yeah. It's like, well, I started the song and you all joined in, so it'd be kind of awkward to go back.
Well, at least now he's using that quiver effectively, Drazer, so he can stop bitching about it.
I knew it would have purpose. Do you know why I do? Because it's Gaston. Nobody breaks down your front door like Gaston and friends.
No one looks at all your household appliances like Gaston. Oh hey, maybe that's the music box they originally wanted. See, I told you, all the items get their own moment to shine during this fight. Was human again really necessary? I mean, this is screen time enough. I mean, I appreciate that rolling pin so much more because of that scene more than I would have with human again.
Oh shit, Chips discovered the suit!
And an alternate ending, that act just went on and on and on.
And the explosion was a lot bigger, killing everyone in the house.
Wilhelm scream! I heard a Wilhelm scream.
Ooh, hot tea, that hurts. I'm surprised they didn't show a scene of him getting scalded. Wardrobe foo. Man, that guy was inside Wardrobe Blade. That's indecent.
Now stab him in the back.
Oh, the ass works too.
That just shows Cogsworth's personality right there.
Tearing the feathers off Feather Duster, that's also indecent. There's so much naughtiness in this movie. How did he get a G rating?
No, you can't kill the doggy.
That's some Gregory Horror Show shit.
Well, they were just acting. All the appliances are just actors.
Now let go. Let go of the string.
Damn!
Oh, he actually did it.
Still think he's a hero, Drazer.
Round 1, fight!
You really need to work on your standards of heroism, Drazer.
Yeah, this is the part right here where he just crosses the dick threshold.
Damn, and he breaks off a piece of that Baroque castle?
I guess you could say he baroque it off.
Ah!
Nobody saves the day like Gaston. Oh shit.
No one's about to get torn in half like Gaston.
Now Gaston's got this. What are you on about? Look at him.
Oh wow, Green Lightning? Shit's about to get real.
Gaston, you should have brought a sword, honestly.
It's Ogre.
Or your gun.
It's not ogre till I say it's ogre.
Funny thing, Rupert Everett? He auditioned to be Gaston, but the directors told him he wasn't arrogant enough. But then he would later go on to voice Prince Charming.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same character, so who cares? See, this is why Gaston is at his weakness. His ponytail got blown off. Now he just has a bitchin' mullet.
This is why you play as a ranger and not a druid.
When Gaston said Belle is mine, that's actually a censorship. The line was originally supposed to be time to die. But they wanted to bring Belle back into the scene just so that it wasn't a giant, penis measuring contest, I guess.
That's it, Beast. See? Gaston's great at exploiting weakness.
He knows how to rub the heart of a kind beast.
Now, stab him in the back with an arrow.
Not quite sure you understand how bow and arrows work, Drazer. Wait for it.
Headshot.
Nope, just a knife kill.
How long has he had that?
The whole time, dude.
Whee! Oh, he fell into the water. He's fine.
That was the most effeminate little squeal I ever heard. What the hell? That was not something to come out of the mouth of Gaston.
Double KO.
Just to watch me die. I don't think I could have inflicted a worse pain on you, Belle. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, he could have. Could have been in the dungeon this entire time. Then the movie would have been super short. Together forever.
Crack.
I was thinking, when you said Together Forever, like the Pokemon song Together Forever came into my head.
No matter how long, now until the end of time.
Oh, I thought it was going to end like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, now she's gonna stab herself.
It ended like Romeo.
'Twas beauty that killed the beast.
Oh.
Well, Gaston.
Oh, so that's what the title means.
You know, because Gaston stabbed him with a knife?
Yep. And he's dead.
Yep, that's what he gets for forgetting to water that thing.
I knew I was forgetting something all these years.
Look, it's even rainy. He missed his chance. Nope. What'd I tell you guys? Disney musical magic!
I was gonna say Disney tears bullshit, but yeah.
Oh, stand away, he's regenerating.
Oh god, now he's gonna explode. No,
PK.
I'm gonna blow your guys' minds right here. Ready? See the smoke that's going on in this transformation? It's not animated, it's real, and it was used previously in another movie. This smoke was originally used in the Black Cauldron, then reused in this movie.
What?
Wow. Okay.
Get wrecked, all you who hate on Black Cauldron.
Okay, this is almost exactly how the regeneration looks in modern Doctor Who.
And so the 13th Doctor was born. Do you know what would have been, like, really bad? If at this point, because he's now turned human, the wound he had was even more fatal, I killed him.
Oh my god, I'm more gorgeous than you. I don't need you no more, bitch.
If you'll excuse me, I'm off to get trussed up and I'm on the town tonight. See ya.
Now that Gaston's out of the way, the town needs a new pretty boy.
No. There's only one Gaston in a lifetime.
And he's dead, so time for a new one.
You gotta wait 100 years. He'll come back.
Gaston is Dracula?
Did you not know that?
Well, we have a castle, and we had a beast, and I'm sure one of those mobsters had a whip.
Oh yeah, Dracula backwards is Gaston. I don't know how I never noticed that.
Of course!
You guys ever have one of those moments where you just kiss someone so passionately, fireworks burst out of your lips?
And everything turns from evil to good? Yeah, all the time.
It's kind of annoying. But it helps if you want your room clean.
We're gorgeous!
And then there's Chip with the brain damage.
Chip's been a teacup for pretty much the majority of his life. He's like, Mom, what are these hand things? How do I use them?
Okay, we're at the end of the movie now, so Mexi, what do you think about Beauty and the Beast? Short and sweet, please.
I love it so much. I love the music. I love the story. I love it all. I'm gonna watch it again after we're done.
I wish I saw this movie when I was a kid. It was really a great movie, and I wish Gaston didn't have to die.
I wish Gaston was my dad, actually. That would have been awesome. I love Beauty and the Beast. Most of the movies from the Disney Renaissance are, 10 out of 10. Well, 9 out of 10, very nearly flawless. But, no, I'm a big fan of Beauty and the Beast. Love the animation. Love the music. I'm just trying to stall right now until I can find a suitable place to cut off the commentary. You know what? I'm going to do it now so you can listen to the wonderful crescendo of Tale as Old as Time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time for another Disneython commentary. Bye bye.